published, 1635 EDT, the 23rd of May 2018, updated, 221 EDT, the 24th of May 2018. Strapped to a chair and gagged with gaffer tape, this woman appears to be the victim of a kidnapping. The picture shows fisheries worker Deanne Fitzpatrick during an incident which she claims was part of a campaign of intimidation she suffered at the hands of her male colleagues. However, when she complained, her plight was considered by her managers to be a case of boys being boys rather than one of alleged bullying. A shocking picture shows Marine Scotland employee Deanne Fitzpatrick tied up and gagged with tape after she made claims of bullying and harassment by male colleagues in 2010. Canadian national Ms. Fitzpatrick, pictured on the job, told an employment tribunal she suffered years of bullying at the hands of her colleagues. Ms. Fitzpatrick, a Canadian national, says she faced daily racism, threatening behavior and even jokes about her recent miscarriage from her male colleagues while working at Marine Scotland as a fisheries officer. She alleges that campaign against her continued for almost 10 years. The BBC have named one of the alleged attackers as Reed Anderson, pictured now. After a year off work, Ms. Fitzpatrick has brought an employment tribunal case against the Scottish Government, which is responsible for the fishing watchdog. One of the men who allegedly bullied her took the picture in 2010, after Ms. Fitzpatrick, from Thurso, Scotland, blew the whistle on what she claims was the misogynistic workplace culture she faced every day. They allegedly told her, "This is what you get when you speak out against the boys." After the terrifying ordeal, which has been described as a symptom of office culture out of control by one MSP, the 48-year-old said she tried to complain, to no avail. Documents obtained by the BBC show Miss Fitzpatrick got in touch with one of her managers soon after the alleged attack at the office in Scrabster, near Thurso. The manager said he would have a word with the men involved, adding, "I am sure they meant no harm and that was the boys just being boys." The picture cannot be used as evidence because the tribunal will not consider the incident it allegedly shows because it happened 3 years before the case was brought. Pictured, Deanne Fitzpatrick claims she was subjected to bullying and harassment, but Miss Fitzpatrick's sister-in-law Sherry Fitzpatrick said it needed to be shown. "We were horrified. We were sickened. We worry about what this has done to her," she told the BBC. "She's not giving up and now her family is behind her, and we're not giving up until someone is made accountable for their actions." She said Miss Fitzpatrick had made her home in Scotland for almost 25 years. Rhoda Grant, a Labour MSP for the Highlands and Islands who has been helping Miss Fitzpatrick in her case, said, "It's horrific. I am kind of speechless. It seems to me that it's out of control." The BBC have named the alleged attackers as Reed Anderson and Jodie Pascoe. The allegations come from Ms. Fitzpatrick's time working at Marine Scotland's Scrabster office, pictured. Mr. Anderson, who is understood to have been recently promoted, did not respond to allegations. But Mr. Pascoe, who no longer works at the company, told the BBC, "These are false allegations. I can't remember the event you mention, but if it did happen, it would have been office banter. Just to crack. Certainly nothing to do with abuse." The Scottish Government said that it does not comment on internal staffing matters. A spokesman added, "Their Scottish Government has clear standards of behaviour which apply to all staff. Any concerns raised by staff are taken seriously and investigated fully." Marine Scotland, Scrabster branch pictured, is owned by the government and acts as the fisheries and aquaculture watchdog.